While running an errand this morning, I heard no less than 3 separate instances of car horn honking, and it got me thinking, what exactly is car horn etiquette? Should you only use the horn in moments of dire accident prevention, or is it okay to land on that sucker for even the most benign road safety circumstances? From what I've been able to gather, there are 3 instances of horn use. 1, to greet somebody you know, 2, to prevent an accident, and 3, to express anger. That's cordiality, fear, and rage all being funneled through something with strict limits on its mode of expression. In my experience, the 3 horn use instances have manifested themselves as 2 staccato honks, 1 prolonged honk, and multiple prolonged pounded honks, respectively. What if I get nervous, though, and honk an unintended 3rd time when attempting to greet someone? Will the person in front of me perceive my honking as a manifestation of my rage? Sure, you could teach strict honking etiquette in driving school, but people A, don't like to learn things, and B, love forgetting things, so that hardly solves the problem. I say cars should come with 3 separate horns, each one distinctly tailored to each of the 3 honking purposes. As for what each one will sound like, I'm still working on that. For the rage horn, I'm thinking it should cycle through a pre-programmed and randomized list of insults that you can ostensibly yell at other drivers with the simple press of a button. This also, I think, will encourage discretion with regards to how frequently the rage horn is used. If you use it too much, your car will run out of insults and begin repeating old ones, and there's nothing quite as embarrassing as repeating old jokes.
I couldn't agree more.
Of course, then they'd probably begin building insult refill stations next to gas stations. Digitally download insults into your car at a rate that fluctuates with supply and demand. It'll probably start at $3.49 per gallon of insults, and if you're wondering, 20 insults make up a gallon. But those will just be the standard insults, like, you're smelly, or your car's ugly and unimpressive. And so, ultra insults will be available for 10 cents more per gallon, and premium insults will be available for 20 cents more per gallon. And then... Hey, intro. I wasn't finished. So anyway, these insult stations, they'll give... Fine, I get the picture. I should talk about today's historical significance. Let's see, it's November 22, the 326th day of 2011, which means, 48 years ago, President John F. Kennedy was assassinated. To this day, that assassination remains surrounded with conspiracy theories and analyses. And I'd rather not get into the particulars of it, because I don't think it matters anymore. President got his head blown apart, it's been 48 years. Shut up about it. In happier news, 16 years ago today, Toy Story was released, the first feature-length 100% computer-animated film, beginning the trend of Pixar being the best thing about Disney for a decade and a half. Oh, and here's a little advice, don't make Cars 3. That movie barely merited 1 sequel, much less 2. Unless, of course, you're planning on putting in something about the confusing ambiguity of car horn etiquette, because that's clearly enough to base an entire video off of at the very least. Even if my intro doesn't think so. Until tomorrow, I'm Griff, and I'm still talking.